Well, for all those people who like the watch lighter, the electric watch lighter, there's a different watch lighter. This one has a butane flame, so it's an actual flame. And that's pretty badass. Actually, I had a viewer send this to me because he sells these on his Etsy page. And the person's name is my really long shop name. I think they go by the same on YouTube. So basically, he sent this with a short letter that says, you know, he doesn't make these, he just buys and resells them on his Etsy page, but he wanted to know if I could show you guys it, obviously, because there's tons of interest in the electric one. So yeah, I'm going to do a quick review on this. I've had this for a few days now. I was able to use it enough to give you guys a review. Here's the box it comes in, J&H watch lighter. All right, these are made overseas. You see J&H on the back. It's just his watch lighter in a circle. Now the first thing is obviously the novelty factor here is extremely cool. Okay, you have a side button, okay, which is going to turn on your lighter. All right, your refilling port is right here. It does work fine. You can adjust this. I did adjust the flame up and down. When out of the box, the flame is pretty small to conserve fuel, but I did want to raise it up a little bit. Okay, now, as you saw there, it did not light on the first shot. It does not always light on the first shot. Okay? And there's plenty of fuel in here. I did refill it. So it's a little inconsistent. The clock on here, the watch part does work, and it has an independent battery. Unlike, a lot of people have questions about the electric lighter. Hey, you know, when the lighter part doesn't work, does that mean that the actual time stops? And yes, I believe it does. I believe it runs off the same exact battery. Now, I have my brother-in-law testing it. I ended up giving it to him as a gift. And he's using the heck out of it to see how many lights he can get off of it and stuff. And I'll report back in a future video with an update on that lighter and what he found. But this one having an independent battery separate from the lighter portion of it is nice because even if you run out of fuel, in this particular case, your watch always works. Now the watch does have the right time. You can see the 3 different dials there. They're just mock dials. They're just for looks, for, you know, a chronographic type look. It's not functional whatsoever. It's just a very simple watch. Okay, it does keep the right time, which is nice. Will it keep the right time forever? Probably not. This is a very cheap, you know, Chinese-made novelty thing. This is basically just the same quality as the lighter you're going to get at the gas station, okay, for $5 or $6 or whatever. The only difference is that it has some watch straps and it has a watch movement in it, okay? Now the straps are horrible. These are the worst watch straps I've ever seen in my entire life. It is a very, very cheap plasticky rubber. They smell horrible. It's nauseating how bad the watch bands smell, and I can almost guarantee that if I were to rip this, or if it gets a little crack in it, that it would actually rip like a piece of paper, that it would tear right across. Also, they're kind of stretchy. I don't know. It feels like really, really old stick of gum, if that makes any sense to you. It does work, obviously. It, you know, fits around the wrist just fine. I did wear it around for a couple days. It's just the watch bands are horrific. The good news is, however, you can take them off and replace them as a standard, you know, connection, that regular pin that goes across wherever. So you can pop it out, and you could buy more permanent band for this, which I would highly recommend. If this is something you're to buy to use, please do get a normal, you know, either leather band or another plastic band or whatever. You don't have to get something expensive, but this thing is just not gonna last. I can tell that just from wearing it. Even though it's held on for 3 or 4 days now, I don't think it's gonna hold on for the long run. So the watch part works. The lighter is very, very cool. I really don't know what I prefer more. I kind of like the butane one a little bit more. It is even fatter. The first watch was kind of chunky, but this one looks to be even fatter. The adjustment for the watch part is right here, just like a normal watch. Overall, you know, hey, you know, if you want this type of thing, that's what you got right there. You know, there's no real high-end watch lighter that I know of. You know, will people pay $100 or more for a very high-quality watch that's also lighter? Probably, but I don't think they're sold anywhere. I've just never been exposed to them. I have been exposed to lots of cheap gimmicky stuff, and this is definitely a gimmicky item. But it's still friggin' cool, and I still know there's lots of people out there who would want something like this. He sells them for 20 bucks on his page, and I'll put a link down below because he sent these. That's why I'm linking you guys to him. I know for a fact there's other places you can get these, but, you know, courtesy of him, you know, sending this, I thought it was very nice. And to expose you guys to this, that's what I'm providing you with, is the link to his page. It's an interesting watch. It probably won't work forever. The same as the lighters you get from the gas station and stuff, those novelty lighters. And that's what this is, just a novelty lighter. They're very cool. Sometimes they'll break the same day you get it. Sometimes you'll have it for a couple of years. It's really hit and miss. The quality is never, ever consistent on stuff like this. You know, right now, though, it works fine. Like I said, it doesn't always light on the first click. I am getting gas every single time. It's just that spark is kind of weak in there, so it doesn't always light on me. But, you know, certainly an interesting piece. The one thing I will tell you, though, is when it's on, it's a little awkward to light because you have to pull down on this. All right. Because I wear my watch on my left hand, I'd much prefer this button / lever, whatever you want to say, on this side, because it would be easier to pull on this side. But, you know, if you happen to wear it on your right side of your wrist, it'll be a heck of a lot easier to use. I found it to be a little awkward. What I have to end up doing is just holding this part here and using my thumb to come down and light it. All right. It's just a little awkward of an angle, that's all. But yeah, there you go. That's the J&H Chinese watch lighter. I really appreciate him sending them, you know, so I can show you guys it. And, you know, it is a novelty thing, but just don't expect a whole lot out of it. Put it that way. It's something that's very cool. Its novelty will eventually wear off. But for the people who will actually use this, the smokers and stuff, they're always losing their lighters. This is a good option. Highly, highly recommend going to Walmart or something and getting yourself a $5 watch band to add to this, because the band that comes with it is just junk. And there is no way it's going to last any length of time. So, that's all. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you do have this watch already, and you've had it for a long time, write in the comments down below, you know, what you think of it. Does it still work after months on end or years? I'm just curious to see. I will continue to wear this on and off along with the other watches I have. I actually have another watch that I've been EDCing, a regular watch. It's not a lighter watch or anything, but I will do a video of that in the future because it's pretty cool. It's kind of a G-Shock ripoff. But anyway, just wanted to show this for you and see if anyone's interested in that. You can check out his Etsy store for him. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys have an awesome day, and I'll see you soon. Take care.